Today I was just talking to some leaders, coaching and catalyzing them. And I was telling them the higher you go, the more ready you have to be for roadblocks. You can see the space, and in some cases the space is very narrow for you to pass through and lead purposefully. And so one of the things that can actually help you as a professional, as a leader, as a person who's adulting, soon we'll be talking about the defining decade, the 20s. That's something coming up, is to actually develop shock absorbers. Shock absorbers are your ability to bounce back, to squeeze and find your way through areas that are tough, because you have found that this issue is not here to torment me. It is happening not to me, but for me. You know, a funny story is how sometimes you're driving or you're in a car where you can feel every pothole, even the holes in the pothole, you can feel them. And with another car, sometimes of German origin, do I say, you can't even feel the pothole. In fact, you're like, is this the same road? Because the shock absorbers in the German car are so much better. They're able to absorb the impact of the rough road. And that's the thing that I hope you can start to develop. So how do you develop shock absorbers? Get used to thinking, what if? What if I get a no? What if this doesn't work? Have a plan B, C, D, all the way to Z. But give it your best so that while you're in that space, you have learned a lot from yourself, from others, and from the situation at hand. But the other thing that I would encourage you to do is to release the pressure that sometimes comes with being a controller, that things must go the way you want, like this. But I want to encourage you, how about moving from that perfectionistic tendency to a learn it all? Move from know it all to learn it all. And you have that mentality, you will find your shock absorbers are strengthening. Let me introduce you to the pre-mortem idea. The pre-mortem is where you think about what could go wrong, and you come up with a strategy to navigate and to ensure you don't lie flat, failing and stuck in the mud, but you actually bounce back. What if your guest getting onto the stage, you have a wig for the ladies, you do like this and the wig falls off? What do? Just put it back on and say, whoops. Well, using humor, finding ways to bounce back, and then moving forward. This year, build your shock absorbers. Don't allow yourself to be triggered and irritated and discouraged by everything. Life has so many triggers that at the end of it all, you'll be exhausted emotionally because everything agitates you. Don't go through life like that car, which feels every pothole and bore. Think about the German car and its shock absorbers. Strengthen, amplify, restore where your shock absorbers have broken. And remember that the way you deal with small things is the way you deal with big things. Make it count by building your shock absorbers.